What's up, my Mind Your Money business folks? It's me yet again with another video on today's stock market news. And as always, hopefully you're in the market and not trying to time the market, because that is simply impossible to do. And hopefully you're not straddling the fence and you're investing into appreciating assets like stocks or even yourself. So let's get into the news of today. It says the Dow, S&P 500, NASDAQ slide amid worries over frothy valuations. So it says U.S. stocks fell on Tuesday as doubts about high-running valuations preyed on investors sifting through the latest flurry of quarterly earnings. The tech-heavy NASDAQ led losses, sliding about 1.9%. The S&P 500 lost about 1.2%, and the Dow slipped about 0.7%. And that's a very steep fall today in the market. So cryptocurrencies tumbled as Bitcoin fell more than 6%, hovering near 100,000, with strategists citing concerns over waning liquidity amid the ongoing government shutdown, because this shutdown is lasting longer than expected. Yeah, I'm still not getting paid. So Wall Street is growing nervous that companies aren't performing well enough to justify their high-riding market valuations, prompting big bank CEOs to flag a likely concern ahead. Remember, I stated yesterday how the Fed injected $29 billion into the banks, right? For what? So it's interesting. So just know this. What I have learned in the last couple of years, when they put out information like this and it causes a sell-off, these companies have been going up. The stock market has been going up like crazy, right? So these companies are taking profits. They put out information like this. They're concerned, right? It's questionable. Anywho, so what happens is retail investors like myself and like you may start pulling out your money. And so you start pulling out your money. And then all of a sudden, next week or the next 2 weeks, things shoot back up to an all-time high. But what if you took your money out? You're going to miss out on gains. Now, when stocks dip, you can buy them at the lower price. You can buy the dip. Warren Buffett says, you buy when everyone else is afraid and you hold when everyone is buying. So that's why I'm a long-term investor. My emotions are not in it like that anymore because I've been doing this for years now. I'm in it for the long haul. So when these stocks take a dip, I just hold steady. Because what history has shown us, yes, they will make corrections. Yes, profits will be taken off the table. Yes, the market will go down. And weeks, months later, it shoots back up. You know, it's a roller coaster ride. That's why you have to be in control of your emotions. So it says here, Palantir shares dropped more than 7% despite solid quarterly results, as analysts question the stock's lofty price to earnings ratio. Skepticism is now seeping in about the staying power of this year's tech-driven rally, even as earnings come in strong. So if earnings are coming in strong, that means other companies are buying these products. To me, what I see is I see the future. I guarantee you today scared a lot of people out of the market. It's keeping people from investing into the market, and it caused a lot of people to sell their positions and sell their stocks. Now these companies they do have some high evaluations. I mean, Nvidia is now worth $5 trillion. You know, companies are worth $5 trillion. They're selling $1 billion worth of products. Technology is driving us into the future. And I would say banking is old money, because you need to understand the banking system pretty much runs the world, in my opinion. They control a lot of things. But yeah, I'm not going to go into that because there's not a lot that I can actually say with facts. It's just what I think. But either way, there's a lot changing, and technology is pushing this change. And either you're investing into this change or you're not, because technology is it's changing the future. Look at all these jobs that are being replaced by AI in real time, not what we're speculating about. Amazon just laid off thousands. Companies are laying off thousands of people. So when you lay off thousands of people because of technology, there's probably more to come. So if technology is replacing people, what's going to happen to the people? How are they going to be able to afford to live, to pay their rent if technology is now replacing them? So I would advise you and your children to learn how this technology works, to be one of the programmers of this technology, because you're going to have this technology, of course, that are replacing people, but you need people to be able to fix and maintain and even create this technology. So this is what I would be wrapping my head around if I was younger. Well, I'm wrapping my head around it now, and I'm not young, not as young as I used to be. So you get the point when I make it right. So anyway, let me get back to the news. So before the bell, Uber posted strong results, but shares slipped in a sign investors wanted more. Eyes are now on chipmaker AMD report after market close, with focus on its massive AI deals. Spotify and Supermicro are also on the docket. Meanwhile, Norway's sovereign wealth fund said it will vote against approving Tesla CEO Elon Musk's $1 trillion pay package, marking critical opposition by one of the EV maker's biggest stakeholders. Shares fell over 3%. Investors are also keeping their eyes on potential developments in Washington as the U.S. government shutdown enters its 35th day. To equal the record for the longest in history, the stoppage continues to delay the release of key economic data crucial to the Federal Reserve and Wall Street, including the jobs report slated for release this week. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, the market, again, didn't do well today. SPLG fell 86 cents, closing at $80. NVIDIA lost $7.30 today, closing at $199.55. I would say now's a good time to buy, people. If you don't have any, buy the dip. These stocks will recover at some point, because the market may go down again tomorrow. It may go down the rest of this week because of the government shutdown. And now they're talking about the banks are putting news and information out there about these companies being overvalued, right? So the good thing is, if you've been investing throughout the year, you should have gains. You know, even though I hate losses, I don't like losses, but I didn't lose everything that I've invested this year. I've gained more than I lost today, and today was a big loss. Tesla lost $20.68. Hold on. Let me refresh this. Oh, I said SPLG. It should be SPYM. Okay, what's going on? It's my internet. Okay. There we go. Okay, so SPYM, not SPLG, lost again. It lost 86 cents today, closing out at $79.53. NVIDIA, yeah, like I said that already. Tesla lost $20 and it's still tallying up the losses. Wow, did it lose that bad? There were big losses today, people. Wow. Tesla's still fluctuating, but It's lost over $20 today, closing out at $447. Palantir took a big hit today, losing $18, closing out at $188. Meta lost another $7 today, closing out at $630. FTEC, Information Technology ETF, lost almost $6 today, and that's a huge loss. So that means the tech companies took a major hit, closing out at $231. So yeah, that's it for market news today, people. Hopefully you are investing. You're investing into yourselves. You're investing into appreciating assets, things that appreciate over time and not depreciating. Investing is the way. Or is a way for you to create generational wealth for yourself and your family. So yeah, I'm going to end this video because I have to go to work. Yeah, the market sucked today. All right, so you guys take care. Have a blessed day. Peace. Oh, don't forget to get out of debt. You know, you need to get out of debt, people, in order to invest. And the only way that you can do that is by creating a plan, and that plan is called a budget. So you can start telling your money where to go, so you can stop trying to figure out where it all went. All right, so you need to invest. You need to create a budget. You need to get out of debt so that you can fully invest into your retirement, into the stock market, into appreciating assets. But you got to get out of credit card debt. You got to get out of personal loan debt. You got to get out of student loan debt. You need to get out of car loan debt. Americans are in a lot of debt, over $18 trillion in debt. The government is in $38 trillion of debt. That's a lot of debt, people. So you need to not be one of those people in debt, because times ahead are going to be rough, in my opinion, especially with the invention of the technology that's already starting to replace people in the workforce. So yeah, so now like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and let me know what you think, if you think anything at all. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I pretending to be one. So please consult with a financial advisor before you invest any of your hard-earned money. All right, now you guys take care. Have a blessed day. Peace.